be right back 1 second. Tufts, you are first. That was nice.
You're my soul. You're my soul. You're my heart, my wonderwall. You're my soul. You're my soul. You're my heart, my wonderwall. You're my soul.
Sorry guys, I was in need of some G Fuel because I'm exhausted. So, oh my god, and some of that G Fuel powder just got in my eye. Yes, I'm drinking pre-workout for the stream. Get over it. All right, can everyone hear me okay? I'll turn down the music in a second. Can everyone hear me okay? Hello. Can all 14 people hear me okay? YouTube chat still isn't working, so I'm going to pull that up on my phone. So OBS needs a patch to fix whatever's been going on with this for months. It's really frustrating. I'm going to have to look up some stuff. Maybe someone online has a fix to it. I haven't been able to find it, though. All right, I got chat up. I got chat up. Kyle, always high from Dora, Alabama. Always first. Oh my. Michael, what's going on? Brandon. Fairy / Leanne. Michael Phillips. The cherry G Fuel is great. Yeah, this one is hype sauce, I think. Hype sauce. Yeah. Hey, so I didn't even realize that I had like the double overlays on Weatherwise. So I can do some cool stuff on here. Like, watch this. I can do like satellite. Here, I'll do like composite. Well, I'll do radar, satellite, and then I can do stuff like this. Let's actually go CONUS. I can do stuff like this. Shortwave, upper trough. There's our shortwave. This is our water vapor, so I can actually see what's going on, where the moisture is, right? You can see the big bulk of moisture here, and then you can see where the cell is. So this is cool. I didn't realize I could do this on Weatherwise. I can actually overlay different satellite information with my radar. Do I like the new Radar Omega update? I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't checked it out yet because Weatherwise has been putting out so much, you know? I feel like I wore this on stream last night. I probably did. I'm just being lit. This is a long week for me. Work's kicking my butt. You guys see me in the same thing multiple days. Let me see something real quick. Let's go back to satellite here. Yeah, I mean, we got cloud top phases. This is some pretty cool stuff. Ozone. upper level water vapor, mid-level water vapor, lower level water vapor. Pretty cool stuff. So, anyways, right now I'm just going to be looking at outlook and radar. We've got 2-inch radar indicated hail, 60 plus mile per hour gusts. Radar indicated damage threat considerable up here in western Kansas. This is moving out to the east towards Leoti, I think, Scott City. So just be aware of that. I do not believe we have any tour in that. We do not. Got another severe thunderstorm down here to the south, panhandle of Texas, just where these storms were yesterday, moving into Canadian Texas. And I believe these are moving off into the east, northeast. They look like they're moving at a pretty decent clip. 30 miles per hour, yeah. And no rotation here, which is good, but 1.25 inch radar indicated hail, 60 plus mile per hour radar indicated gusts. Down here to the south, this severe thunderstorm warning is... I don't know if this is going to extend. It might expire. So, not looking too bad. Let's go to our day 2 outlook real quick. Nothing day 2. There's some severe weather returning to the northern plains day 3. Okay. Let's get off our outlook. Go to composite. States are looking pretty good overall. They said they're going to start updating more again. Yeah, and you know why? Because WeatherWise has been kicking butt with their updates. So they have no choice. They're losing everyone. Full screen is bugged. Wait. Chat. Do you do other location? Like what's going on in Florida? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was covering severe weather first. Yeah, I mean, we got nothing severe going on in Florida. It's just a lot of rainfall, and it's going to be a lot of rainfall over the next couple days. I've talked about Florida in all of my streams. We can look here. I'm actually going to switch off WeatherWise Pro for now. Or off expert mode, because I don't need it right now. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we got a lot of moisture over Florida. A little bit of a spin. What's going on down here, guys? You guys see this rotation? Look at this low. That just caught my eye. You guys see this? That's a nice looking low pressure. I mean, it has no convection, but it has a really nice rotation, and it's sitting in the middle of very warm in a very warm Western Caribbean. Is this this may be what the GFS is picking up in 6 or 7 days, going through TCG, if this floats around here for a while and then tries to get up into the Gulf. But this is a very nice rotation, and you're having some convection out here. That's interesting. Anyways, oops. Didn't mean to do that. I was not going to talk about this, but interesting. I want to see something real quick. 1 second, guys. 1 second. One second. What's going on? Oh, I guess we're too dark. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Getting distracted. Multi-day. Here's our 5-day rainfall forecast for Florida. Well, you don't even need to go 5 days. Let's look at our 3-day. So, tons of rainfall down here. Not really expected to be much severe weather with this rainfall, though. It's just rainfall. But a lot of it. Locally, we could get some pretty big numbers here over the next 72 hours. Maybe 6-7 inches locally. You know, locally, not widespread, but... Oh, this is cool now. You can right-click and pick up any satellite tower as well. That's another change. Look, I can just right-click here and get the satellite. That's pretty cool. And you also have a measuring tool now, so... Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. That's cool. They've added some cool stuff. Okay, but how do you turn off the measuring tool? That's what I want to know. Is it just leave it there? Okay, measuring's over. Okay, 1 second, guys. They did some changes in here, and I want to see. Okay. All right. Anyways, outlook, 5-day outlook. We're staying pretty dry out here. You guys see this? This is 5 days. Where's all the rainfall? Even, I mean, this is across most of the country. Even these greens, dark greens, light greens, that's like 1/10 of an inch of rain. We've only got a little rain up here in the northern plains slash upper Rockies, kind of, and then a little bit down here in southwestern Colorado, a little bit in Oregon, and then a ton in Florida. But for the most part, this is a very, 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 very dry time for the states. Here we go. Look at this. Spaghetti models. We got another storm down here. Another system down there, but nothing to worry about in the Atlantic right now. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Let's see if we get it here in a second.
This flash flood warning has been updated.
Oh, Santa Fe? Is this a new one? No. All right, it hasn't popped up on here yet. All right, I'm going to start taking questions and stuff. I wanted to look at a few things, though. Let's go into Weather Bell really quickly. Purple, what's going on? Did it? Oh, yeah, you're down in Florida. That's right. That's good. Yeah, sorry. It's I got to look at my chat down here. 1 second. Let me put my... There we go. Brightness up. I'm also blind. Yeah, let's go to Weather Bell real quick. I want to show you guys what's happening moving forward. That felt loud. All right. If I can get it to show. There we go. Let's take a look at the latest, and it's our 18Z. We'll go to our 12Z Euro anomalies. As always, we got heat coming in. Well above average temperatures. The GFS thinks this is going to be record-breaking heat. The Euro thinks it's going to warm up over the plains and out east, but it's not going to be record heat. Let's hope the Euro's right, because the GFS goes crazy on this thing. Let's look at the GFS 18Z with our heat moving forward really quickly. Let's go back into anomalies. Here we go. We'll take a look. We'll also take a look really quickly before I take questions at what our jet stream's doing. But look at this from the GFS. This would be 20 to 30 degrees above average in some areas. This is like mid to upper 80s, getting into mid-September. For some, maybe 90s, actually. 90s, yeah. And then the GFS still has this interesting low pressure upper level low trying to dive, which could cause a little bit of severe weather. But this is a pretty warm time looking ahead here. What I'm interested in is what's happening up as we zoom out in our atmosphere. Let's go to our 12Z. Let's go to North America, and let's go look at something a little bit more climatological. Let's look at upper air heights, 500 millibar height anomaly. This is an important map to look at. What is happening? Why are we about to get so hot? 18Z is doing 18Z things. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to get that hot. Well, here we go. We've got no sort of blocking out here, right? So this is like we don't have a negative AO to block anything out here. We've got some energy funneling into the west, which is why they're getting a little bit cooler temperatures in the plains and out east. And we start to get somewhat of an omega block here, which is why we're going to have a lot of this heat initially funneling up into the plains and Midwest. This isn't a very strong looking omega block, but I want to take a look at the jet stream here too. It's interesting. A lot of times when you get these higher heights up to our north, you can get a lot of cold air squeezing down. But this cold air is just shooting off into the east because we don't have any blocking mechanism out to our east. So, and these systems are coming down too far to the south. So we're really not getting any sort of break here in the plains, any sort of break out east there. And I don't see any sort of block setting up either. This is just like a yucky zonal flow above average, boring, no weather type of event here. But it'll change and things will get interesting again. And then you can see, funny enough, that to me looks like the Euro's throwing a hurricane out into the open ocean, which wouldn't make sense to me because Stupid Bermuda highs all the way out here. I mean, this is good, right? This is good stuff. Sorry, it's just my, I get excited for weather, and this is boring for people who like weather, but it's non-destructive weather. Okay, so it's good. Okay, so really quickly, and then this is the last thing before I just, I'll take questions. How long will the heat wave last? It's looking like at least 2 weeks. I think we're going to have like 3 to 4 days of really hot weather, and then it's not really going to be a heat wave. It's just going to be slightly above average. It's not going to be chilly, Matt, Jasmine, Morgan. The GFS has it getting super hot. I think the GFS is overestimating it. Let's look at our jet stream. Let's look at our 500 millibar jet stream. And what's happening here? Well, here comes our Omega block, our somewhat looking Omega block. Am I on the 18Z here? No, okay. You get this right there. Troughing, ridging, troughing. Heat. That's going to be pulling up. And then you start to get these kind of bowling ball troughs that are falling off of that jet stream. Yeah, you could get a little bit of weather out of that. You could get some severe weather out of that. And then our jet stream is really holding to the north. This is kind of surprising. Really holding to the north. And so basically we just have this zonal flow, and we're not really going to be having any sort of, air alternate or differentiating air masses colliding or anything like that. This is there's really this is a pretty boring jet stream for this time of year. We do get a little bit of a subtropical jet down here this going into this weekend, which could bring a potential severe weather threat, I think, through kind of Tornado Alley, northern plains. But besides that, and then you get a little bowling ball trough that may try to spawn up a little bit of severe weather up here in the up in New England. But yeah, after this, there's really no opposite air masses, moving into each other. This is kind of a boring zonal flow. This is just going to be slightly above average for a lot of people, slightly warmer than normal for a lot of people. Not much weather to talk about. I mean, that's what's happening. I showed you our 5-day forecast, and there's like 0 rain falling all out east, except for in Florida. But that's tropical moisture. That has nothing to do with our jet stream. Florida, especially like central to South Florida, has its own climate. When will Michigan get snow? We are expecting this winter to be a little cooler than average, so you could see a earlier season snow in a lot of these areas up north. I don't know if our models are seeing it anymore, but we can take a look. If we were to go to like our seasonal, let's go to our monthly anomalies. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's making it look like this is an El Nino year.